So we've got a few things to address in this video. Probably number one, the most obvious, would be that it's been a long time since we've had any sort of video uploaded to the channel, especially Academy to Anfield. I think I checked just before we recorded it, and I think it's about 180 days that we haven't uploaded for. So quick math says, 6 months, give or take a few weeks. So I do apologise for that. For all you guys that were excited, enjoying the series, and kind of just see it come to this completely abrupt stop. But the good news is the plan is to take it forward all the way probably until the end of the FM24 cycle. We were going to have this 2030 season as our last season, but I've got a couple of little different rules, revamps, I suppose, to the rules, you could say, that we'll check out in a minute, that will hopefully make this save a bit more exciting for a few more seasons and take us through to the end of FM24. So yeah, fingers crossed you enjoy that. And of course, if you are new to the channel and wondering what the hell Academy to Anfield even is, we've got, I think, 67, 66 maybe episodes out already on the channel. So yeah, feel free to go back and check them out. Maybe even check out the first couple of videos just to kind of see what it's all about. And I do apologise in advance if this is a bit stop-start and a bit choppy this episode. I've realised how rusty it feels to be sat here trying to narrate a video for you. And let's just hope that gets better as time goes on and as we get back into the swing of things with the videos. So this isn't going to be your normal episode where we show you a few games and kind of go through what's happened since last episode. It's going to be a refresh, essentially. It's going to hopefully be a refresh for you, show you what's going on with the team, what kind of things we've won, what we're looking forward to this year, tell you all about the rules, and yeah, hopefully refresh my memory as well. So I thought, first things first, let's just quickly tell you what the gist of Academy to Anfield is for anyone. Give you a 30-second rundown of what it is. Essentially, this is a youth save. We've signed no players from outside our own club. We've literally picked them up through the academy, brought them up into the first team, tried to develop as many as possible, and see what we can win. The hope is that we get to win the Champions League, because I think we've won everything else so far. So yeah, I mean, let's just take a quick look at transfers. And as you'll see, I mean, start of the save there, we've not actually made any transfers. Ignore this, because this is literally our youth intake. I mean, he's at Bath now. They're all confusing. But yeah, that was our youth intake. I think I just signed them a little bit later rather than as a recommendation. So that's not actually transfers I've made. That's kind of just signing our youth intake a little bit later than normal, I think. But as you can see, since then, we've actually signed no one. But we've sold plenty of players. So yeah, we've not done too bad, as a lot of you probably already remember. We've won a few trophies. Let's just take a look. We have won the Premier League 3 times. We won it the first 3 seasons. Of course, we haven't won it in the last 3 years. We did get runner-up a couple of seasons ago. But obviously, as our first team players have left us, we have struggled to sort of replicate probably what we were doing earlier on in the save. FA Cup, we've won that a couple of times as well. As you can see, we won it back-to-back a couple of seasons ago now. Spoiler alert, we haven't actually won the Champions League at all yet. We've won the Europa Conference League, I'm pretty sure, which we'll take a look at in a second, and the League Cup, Community Shield, Premier League, you name it. We just not won the Champions League, which is the one that we're kind of missing out on. But yeah, actually, this is probably a much better screen to be showing you what we've won and haven't won. So Premier League, as you can see, like we said, 24, 25 and 26 we won there. Won the FA Cup twice in 27 and 28. Not won the UEFA Super Cup. We have won the Europa League, I think. We did win it, yeah. In our first season, we won the UEFA Europa League. Mouthful. We won that one. Obviously, we've not been in the Championship. Otherwise, that would be a terrible save. Won the Carabao Cup on 2 occasions in 26 and 29. And then, as you can see, we've won the Community Shield a few times as well. So now maybe something for you guys that have been following this series very, very closely. As you can see, you were actually with us here when we just beat Bayern Munich and we made it through to the UEFA Champions League quarter-final against Nice. And obviously, at some point, I played 4 games off camera, which was a quarter-final defeat there to Man United, which is not good. A 3-2 loss to Arsenal. So we didn't actually win. So we kind of were on a bit of a bad run. But I think in the next proper episode, we will bring you back probably for the second leg of the Champions League quarterfinals and one of these Premier League games, because of course we are sat top of the league there, which is always a good thing. Yeah, I think the league is Man City, potentially even Arsenal there. So we might need a few slip-ups if we wanted to win the Premier League this year. But yeah, let's talk about the fun side of the squad. So we've got Alisson's still there at 37. Obviously, we'll probably talk more about the players that come through rather than the obvious ones like Alisson. Slowly declining now, that as you can see. Kelleher's still there as the backup. I can't imagine he'll be here for too long. As you can see, both of their contracts are actually up at the end of this year, so that'll be interesting to see how we replace a goalkeeper. And by the way, I've not forgot about talking about the rules and kind of the changes. I thought I'd go through all this first. We will talk about that at the end of the video. But also Bailey Carrott, another goalkeeper we brought through, still got the potential to be a decent backup there. However, 18 years of age, still got lots, would potentially be loaning him out next year. He's only a League 2 standard goalkeeper at the moment. Not that many appearances for us at all. So he might be one that we are loaning out next year if we can't get Alisson or Kelleher to sign a contract. Of course, we still got Konate, Joe Gomez, Connor Bradley, Alexander Arnold there as defenders. We've also got Bajicic and Pennington. But I did want to show you Jermaine Grant. Of course, he is one of our 5-star potential players. Quite a recent addition, actually, to the save. He's only been at Liverpool for a couple of years. And this season, we have used him a few times. So, yeah, he's going to be one to develop for the future. And that's kind of what we've been doing throughout this whole save so far. So, Jermaine Grant is an exciting one. I think what we'll do is we'll pick out probably the big players. Stefan Bajicic, of course, at Liverpool currently, although I think he's just gone... I know he's just gone on loan to RB Salzburg. I think one of the RB teams. It's definitely not Leipzig, so it must be Salzburg. He has been a mainstay throughout this entire save for us so far. Plays predominantly as a centre-back for us at the moment, although he can operate in the midfield as well. So useful to have around. We are struggling in our left-back positions, so I will just quickly touch upon that. Of course, you all know we've got Andy Robertson, who is now 36 and declining very fast. You see he's only a good Championship player. However, we have no left-back. So Joe Gomez, Owen Beck and Geordie Watmore there as our three... Well, take Gomez out as our three left-backs. Not a very good position for us at all, by the looks of things. But yeah, as we go down this, we've got Gravenberch, who is still part of the club. Remy Parsley, he did have potential at some point, but now at 22, it looks like he'll probably leave at the end of the season. His contract runs out at the end of the year. Mark King is in the top 2. He is an absolute superstar, although it doesn't look like he's training very well at the moment with his attributes dropping slightly there. But he is a superstar. He's an England international, 14 caps, 4 goals, does play central midfield for us, can play in a variety of different positions. Absolutely fantastic pass in there. Marking's pretty decent as well. And if you look at his mental attributes and even his physical, he is a top player. And yeah, of course, like you see, slowly built himself into the player he is for us. And as far as average ratings go, he is playing his best football for us this season. So we look forward to seeing how many more good seasons we can get out of him. Of course, we'll touch upon Dewey Griffiths there in a minute. We got Sobersley, Elliott, Fabio Carvalho, who will be another one that might leave at the end of this year. His contract does run out and he's not getting the game time at all. So what we'll do is quickly talk about this man. Another 5-star potential ability player. Already got a cap for Wales at 17. He is the future of our deep line playmaker. Of course, Trent plays there predominantly at the moment. But as you can see, he can play there. Passing, not too bad for a 17-year-old. And obviously, looking at his mental attributes, he is a pretty decent player already. Already made a couple of appearances, more so cup appearances, I think, actually. He's made one first-team appearance in the cup and one in the league. So we'll try and get him in the squad a little bit more. I mean, we've not got that many games left, but I think next season will be the season we really try and progress him into the team more. So But we've got here Alpha Sesse, who's on a breakthrough season for us, really. He's 2.5 star, 5-star potential. And hopefully he is the long-term successor to Mo Salah. As you can see, first proper season for us. Made a few appearances. Hasn't actually played that well. But, I mean, we might try and use him towards the end of the season a bit more and see kind of how he gets on. We've also got this man, Tonyanen, who has played for us for a long time now. Still uncapped by England. I mean, I like him. I think he's very good. He can play all across the front three. A very versatile player for us. Really enjoy it. I mean, he's having his best season for us as well. So hopefully it won't be long before he's getting into the England team. He does deserve it, of course. I mean, we've got Luis Diaz, who's still there. Again, he runs out at the end of the season. We may let his contract run down. As you can see, his game time has really sort of decreased as the year's gone on. He's only made eight substitute appearances in the league this year. So we're obviously, I did forget to mention, we're predominantly playing Tonyan in there out on the left. So, you know, he's made that position well and truly his own. We've got Jack Woodthorpe, who is another potential good player. He is a left winger, can cut in, preferred foot is his right. So excited about developing him over the next couple of years as well. And obviously we've got Mo Salah there, who has actually got 2 years left on his contract. He is a 37-year-old now, and he's still demanding game time. So we might need to look at that situation at the end of the year and potentially get rid of him, which sounds awful, but yeah, he's still a star player. So unless he decides he's happy to, drop down a few pegs, then we might have to look at getting rid of him. Nearly the end of our list now, but we've got Ben Doak, who of course a lot of you probably already know about. Current Liverpool player, has just been loaned out himself, I think to Middlesbrough. And injuries is probably the best way to describe Ben Doak. Have really ruined his career at Liverpool. He probably would have played a lot more games for us, as you can see there. A couple of seasons where only 15 and 19 games. Injuries just really ruined his development. It was a 5-star potential player, and that kind of never come to fruition, or however you say it. Anyway, Lewis Kumas is a good squad player for us. I think he just got his first game or his first start for Wales in real life the other day, which I found quite interesting, the fact that we're talking about him now. But yeah, it's not the best player, but he's handy to have around, and he will be staying around the team. He's just a good addition to have, and he does pop up with the occasional goal, and they usually turn out to be quite important goals. So yeah, looking to keep him around. Of course, we'll talk about Jason Stone in a minute. We've got Ronshi there, who's a 4.5-star ability player, currently out injured, only for a few days though, so that shouldn't matter too much. Great finishing, great first touch, not too fast, and we do like a quick striker usually. No idea how we'll develop, if I'm honest, but I am excited to see how he gets on over the next couple of years. And of course, last but not least, let's talk about our best player. I mean, if you take out Mark King, then yeah, Jason Stone is our best player. 4-star ability, 5-star potential still, although give it a couple of months and that will disappear. Whether he's got much more growing left in him, I don't know. I don't think he probably will. But yeah, let's just take a quick look at him. Of course, England international, 16 caps, 5 goals. Not a bad striker to have, right? Although we've gone a long time struggling. I mean, you can see there, he come through at the end of our first season and scored on his debut. The following season only played 1 game, and then we just chucked him in at the deep end. I think we got rid of Darwin Núñez and maybe Diego Jota and kind of threw him in at the deep end, and he did all right. But this season has been the season he's really taken off. Best season by far in terms of goal returns. Joint best season in player of the matches, and his average rating is the best we've seen. So that is the squad. There's not many players left in development. We've kind of bought them all up for now. We've got a couple of players out on loan that we'll talk about, come the summer like we usually do. A couple of exciting 15-year-olds. We've got a left back / centre back who is Shadab Thompson, and then we've got a winger who is Jordan Jevons. So we've got a couple of young players coming through still. We've got a load in the first team that we're going to try and develop over the next couple of years. As I said, we'll take this through to the end of FM24. But The big change to this, and probably I think what we're going to do in FM25 is continue with the similar save. I've got a great idea of like the type of save I want to do, and we'll talk about that as and when the time comes. But the difference with this save is we are going to start signing players. We have 328 million in the bank. We've got lots in the wage budget. We are going to start signing players. However, there's a couple of conditions. One is they need to be 19 or under as they sign. So they we can't start this is me trying to be strict. We can't start the negotiations, the scouting and whatnot, him turn 20 and then sign him. He has to be 19 years or younger as we signed him. So that will be the first rule. The second rule is, and I did sort of and ah about maybe signing players from all over the world, although I do know that would be quite difficult work permit wise anyway. The second rule is they have to be from one of the British countries. So we're talking British and Republic of Ireland. But I mean, what players are going to find in Ireland, right? No offence. But yeah, he's got to be from England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, or the Republic of Ireland, just for argument's sake. And that's the two rules. So we are going to start signing players. We're going to look probably, it's March 2030. So a couple more months, the end of the season comes, we are going to start looking at trying to sign some good young players, potentially even players to slot straight into the first team if they're good enough, if they're 19, if they're 18, if they're good enough. Because there is a couple of positions where we are struggling, and I did touch upon them when we went down the list. Goalkeeper is a biggie. Left back is also a biggie. Looking at our squad plan, although, yeah, it doesn't say much. But yeah, left back is a biggie, a massive, massive problem and a concern, as you can see. Goalkeeper is the other concern. Midfield, we are absolutely stacked. I'm not bothered at all about midfielders. As far as strikers go, we've got Jason Stone. Apart from him, Lewis Kumas is a decent one, but we may look to bring in some more strikers. We've got the money, so we're going to start spending it. I think it might be something that this save needs to shake it up a little bit, to make it a bit more exciting for everyone. But yeah, that is the plan. That is hopefully how we start winning the Champions League. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you for everyone's patience. If you're still out there wondering when the save will come back, it is now. And with any luck, tomorrow will be the first proper episode back for 6 months. And like I said, we will look at playing the UEFA Champions League second leg there, and we may come back for either the Aston Villa or the Brighton game, depending on kind of results elsewhere and what the table looks like. So thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully you are excited about this save coming back. Please give the video a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.